Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Connected Live on Instagram. I'm really enjoying doing them here more than on Facebook. So what I'm going to do a little bit differently with this one is I'm going to save it to my phone after I'm done, and then I'll repost it so that everybody can see if I'm not live, if miss it when I'm here. So what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to try to make it quick. One of the things that my animals are teaching me, including the new puppy, is learning to shorten my messages because I know everybody is so super busy. So the message today, it literally is, I'm going to start with a story and then I'll go into the message for today. So a long time ago when I was very young, I dated someone that was super narcissistic, probably the physically most handsome man I have ever been with, to the point where when they asked me out on a date, I looked behind me because I was just young and I didn't have a lot of self-esteem back then, and I couldn't believe that this amazingly handsome man had asked me out. And it turns out the outside package, which was or looked initially beautiful, was very dark. He was a narcissist, and indigos and light workers really do tend to attract the darkness, and a lot of it has to do with lessons. A lot of it has to do that we have so much light within us that the darkness is attracted to that, and the darkness wants to put it down and destroy it. And there was a lot of reasons that this man wanted to do that to me. So one of the biggest lessons that I had with him was there was this other girl that was interested in him, and that person was definitely in the environment looking for a husband. And I'm not going to get into location because that'll say too much about who the players were. Really fascinating. 20 years later, that girl actually looked me up on Instagram. It was so bizarre. She was very mean to me. She really wanted this guy. So even though him and I were formally dating and we were a couple, I'm at a bar, and again, very, very young, recently out of college. And making sure the puppy's okay. And I watch them, still kind of strikes me as crazy. I watch them go into the men's room together. They didn't realize I was watching, but I saw it happen, and I turned to a girlfriend and I went, they just went into the men's bathroom together. What is going on? And my girlfriend grabbed my shoulders and looked me dead in the eye and said, Gabby, remember what you just saw, because he is such a narcissist. He is such a liar. He's going to tell you, he's going to try to convince you that you didn't see what you just saw. And I was like, I was just in a state of panic. Again, I should have been angry, but because my self-esteem was in such a bad place as a young person, I wasn't angry. I was really hurt. And so my girlfriend shook me and said, don't forget this moment, because he's going to convince you that you're crazy and that you didn't see what you just saw. So they come out of the bathroom. The girl went one way, he went another, and then I confronted him. And true as my friend said, he denied it and said, you didn't see that. You must have been seeing things. There's so many people at the bar. And basically proceeded to tell me I was crazy and that I didn't see what I just saw. And I'm standing there with my drink, not even knowing what to say, and he kind of goes off with his friends. And my girlfriend comes back and says, he did do that, didn't he? And I said, yeah. She goes, so he just showed you who he is, and he just lied to your face and is trying to convince you that you didn't see what you saw. Okay, why do I bring this story up? First of all, I think it's really good that everybody knows I've always been very transparent about my life. So I want people to know that life has been a process for me too. I'm at 51, got really great skills, but I've lived a lifetime. So I can coach to it because I've been through it successfully. So the reason I brought it up was we literally are in a situation like the Super Bowl and the halftime, and there are a lot of people that might disagree with me. Scroll on by if you do, that's fine, I don't care. But the truth is being shown to us about the great evil. And we're seeing it, and people are still like, oh no, that couldn't possibly be true. oh no, it's just entertainment, or oh no, that's not a symbol for that, or oh no, child trafficking really isn't happening at that level. Oh no, there aren't places where thousands of kids are being held and used, and oh no, these 13 families don't run the planet, and oh no, we're not indentured servitude, yet all the signs are there. That's literally, being done to us. It's the global narcissism. And we're being slowly but surely through the decades beaten down through social programming, the educational system, over-medicated, poorly fed. The FDA is not protecting people. Watch out. The FDA is not protecting people, so there's toxic food, toxic products, making our brains not work right, creating imbalances in the body, creating more anxiety, depression. The reason I go after schooling and society programming is nobody is given the tools to handle their emotions, so they resort to drinking or pills, or just shutting down and taking everything and just blindly following, and those are the experts, handing themselves over. And so right now we have a choice. Everything in life is a choice. No matter what your circumstances, we have a choice. You may not like your choices. The choices may not be pretty, but you have a choice, always. Right now, you have a choice to choose the Great Reset, which is evil incarnate, enslavement, narcissism, or you have the choice to choose the Great Reset and open your eyes. And yes, maybe being shocked and horrified at what you've just allowed to pass through your life without wanting to see. But the Great Reset is happiness. The Great Awakening is joy, is happiness, is peace, is being allowed to be free and learn your lessons, and free will, and basically the principles of, the Constitution, your freedom, your right to pursue happiness, which I'll get to in a second as well. The Great Reset is choosing misery, is allowing yourself to be enslaved, indentured, whatever you want to call it. And it's death. It is a spiritual, and in many ways will lead to physical death, whereas the Great Awakening will lead to a full life filled with lessons. I'm not saying no challenges, but your freedom. It is a choice. And when I coach my clients in my profession as a holistic healer, I tell them misery is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Which do you choose? Now, there are many psychological reasons. There's 3 actually main ones of why people don't choose to change, whether they're looking for happiness or something else. There's real reasons. The main one is, my God, if I change for this, what more am I going to have to face for more change in the future? Because it's uncomfortable. Misery, the misery that you're in, you may not like it, but it's very familiar, and you're used to dealing with it, so you are used to it. So therefore, even though you don't like it, it's familiar. Whereas choosing to be happy takes work. It's uncomfortable, the unknown. People don't like that. That's why, so many of my clients will say, I refer you to everybody I know, but they don't call you. And I said, right, because they're not ready. Because to choose happiness, to choose thriving, to choose development is to choose being in discomfort. But discomfort then you learn that the discomfort becomes your friend, because you're like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. What new breakthroughs am I going to make now? Because you choose to see it as a joyful, as a peaceful, as a happy experience, rather than misery, drama, or upset. But the powers that be really do like the misery, the lower vibration, because misery, fear, is a very low vibration, that of the devil, if you will. And love is the vibration of God. It is the highest vibration. That is the law of the universe, really is love. And love will trump darkness every single time. The light always wins. But we have to choose it. That's what we're here to do. That's why I don't, even though I'm really psychic, and people know me to be very psychic once they work with me, like infallibly psychic, I don't focus on psychic readings because it has to be about healing and it has to be about being present. So I tell people the Great Awakening is your opportunity for raising your vibration and being aware. And yes, the evil is so pervasive that when you do open your eyes to it, you go, oh, how did I allow this? How did I not see? And it's painful because then it gets at you because you think to yourself, I ignored it, I denied, I pretended it didn't exist, why thousands, including myself, suffered in different ways that nobody should have been suffering, including the child trafficking, the human trafficking. You know, the BLM marches around saying there's no justice in this country. No, that's just a distraction. Honestly, there's slavery in this country still, all around the world, every different color, every different creed. And again, you know, that's what they're trying to do. The Great Reset is about creating division. So it's the white people's fault, or it's the black people's fault, or it's the yellow people's fault. It's evil. And evil comes in every package. And there's no one group to blame. So you have to look at the people that have ethics, dignity, morality, and they come in every kind of package you can believe in and every single category around the world. There are good people in India. There are good people in China. There are good people in the Eastern Bloc. There are good people in Antarctica. There's good people everywhere, just as there are bad people. Now, there happens to be 13 families that are running everything, but we've allowed it. We've closed our eyes. And that's what we're trying to break. But literally what's happening is your choice. You either choose to join the Great Reset, which is a very low vibration, which leads to energetic, soul, emotional, and physical death, or you choose the Great Awakening to really see what's happening and be awake and self-sufficient, inner reliance, and know that God is within you. Everything you need to thrive and succeed is within you. You just have to choose it. You don't even have to become reconnected. You're already connected. You've just been convinced you're not through everything that I said in the broadcast originally. If you need help, find me at connectedenergyhealing.com. It'll be the best money you spend on yourself. You can thrive in this environment. I'm working with CEOs and new businesses, and I'm working with nurses, and I'm working with doctors, and I'm working with everything in between as clients. I have people in the entertainment industry. I have all kinds of clients, and all of them are like, God, I wish I could get everybody to work with you because you show people how to thrive no matter the conditions. And I'm like, right, because the secret to success on an energetic, emotional, and physical level is all within you. And I show people how to tap that into that. So this is a choice. It's your choice whether to be part of this Great Reset, which is so tragic and so horrible. It's the evil. Participate in that, or participate in the Great Awakening, which is the peace, the joy, the freedom to live your life, learn your lessons, to know that inner independence, that true authentic power that's within you, and to always hold your freedom and be your own best friend, if you will, your own best guide. That is your choice. And if you choose that, you'll get that happiness. You'll get that peace. You'll get that empowerment. You'll get that living in this world is actually exciting and wonderful. And since I found it way back when, I literally wake up every morning and go, what's going to happen today? Yes, I get a little down sometimes, like we all do, but I move through it. I flow through it because we're supposed to have all these different feelings. But what we're doing is we have to be more happy than we are unhappy. That's your barometer. People say, what's my barometer? If you're more happy than unhappy, you're on the right track. If you're more unhappy than happy, then you need some adjustments. So that's my message for today. You guys have a great day. If you need some help, connectedenergyhealing.com. You can find me there. You can make your appointment. I'm passionate and excited about this because we have a wonderful opportunity. Choose the Great Reset, which is that low vibration, or choose the Great Awakening. And no matter your age, you can thrive. Even if you're a young person or you're 65 or 70, I've already proven it in my practice, you can thrive and really make the most of this life, because it is a beautiful place to be. All right, everybody, time to let the dogs out again, because I got that puppy that I'm training. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Thanks again for listening in. I really appreciate it. All right, bye-bye.